Gundam Universe Char's Zaku 2. Had to get it. Absolutely had to get it, man. Char Zaku is one of my favorite mobile suits, if not my favorite. Depends on the day. Either him or the Gyaradoga. It's always a battle. Yeah, man, I had to get it. I have a few Gundam Universe figures already, so this was an absolute no-brainer for me. I had to pre-order it and get it from Japan because I was not waiting to see this in stores. I needed this ASAP. And what else can I say, man? I hope they make it in green, because I will buy it in green. Let's look at the box real quick. Awesome, awesome artwork. Super cool artwork of Char Zaku 2. Nice red motif. It's cool looking, man. It's a Gundam Universe box. What do you expect? I'm not going to keep it around because I already have a carded Gundam Universe figure, so I've got a representative sample. But yeah, it's a cool box, dude. I like it. It's a nice box. All right, to the trash. All right, so I want to get some comparisons out of the way because some people may be curious, like, how big is this Zaku? Like, how big is he? So let me compare him to some very relevant figures. First of all, the obvious comparison, here he is with the Energon Sharkticon. Yeah, he's just going to be a running gag for a little bit. Alright, so that out of the way, let's actually make some proper comparisons now. Here it is with the Master Grade 2.0 Char Zaku 2, so you can see how he scales next to a 1/100 scale. So you can see he's smaller than that. And here he is with the Robot Spirits anime version, Char Zaku 2. So you can see he is in between high grade and master grade size. Oh, but J4, that's not a high grade Char, that's the Robot Spirits, anime. Alright, here it is with the high grade 2.0 Char Zaku. So you can see how that looks. And yeah, I mean, they're both 1/144 scale, so shut your gob, mate. So yeah, you can see how he scales with them. And one other comparison I really have to make Zaku-wise. As you can tell, just comparing it to the high grade, this guy is a beefy, chonky boy compared to what Zaku's normally look like. So, yeah, I love that because it reminds me so much of my very first Zaku figure. The Robot Damashi hardpoint system Zaku. With his nice loosey-goosey head. Yeah, it's just like, you can even see like the bulkiness of like the heads. How it doesn't have a lot of snoot. The bulkiness and the broadness of the shoulders and the size of the pads. The lack of a neck. The big old tubes. They really just have a lot of similar vibes. And I love that. That's why I really, really want to see this in green immediately. Because it'll just remind me so much of this guy. I love this figure, dude. I wish we would have gotten this in Char colors. I'm kind of surprised we never did. It's just such a nice, chonky Zaku. Like, he's one of those figures where all you have to do is just plant him and he will stand. Like, you can totally goof his feet, but boom, there you go. He's a nice one. He's a keeper. This guy's very similar. Like, he's really nice and chunky. You can, like, move his feet around and boom, plant him and he'll stand. He's one of those. So, one obvious comparison I have to make is to his arch nemesis, Gundam Universe, RX-78-2 from the first wave. Those go together perfectly, because Gundam Universe, they do like the slight redesigning, and I think that slightly redesigned RX compared to the bulky and redesigned and like angular and extra detail added Zaku, that just works. That just really works. They look great together. They really do. Here, let's get in close. I mean, yeah, you can see all the extra detail and angles on this one are really complemented with this Char. So yeah, man, I'm very happy to have that duo. I think it's really cool. But one thing I have to point out, though, do you notice something odd about the hands? Gundam Universe uses the same hands for every figure. And now that kind of worked for the Gundams, because Gundams have Gundam hands. But see, Zaku's don't really have hands like Gundams, so it doesn't make too much sense. Other things this Char came with, might as well talk about them now. Like, you can see they're the exact same hands you get with every other Gundam Universe figure. So, like, this Char Zaku literally has, like, Gundam-style hands. Because you can see normal Zakus, you can see right here, have, like, rounded fingers and, like, rounded armor. And they've got colored armor plates. But no, this has, like, the square fingers, like a Gundam. It's got like the finger detail and the little angle there, like a Federation suit. You can see on the fist too. It's just so weird, dude. It's so weird. I don't know why they feel compelled to do that. I guess it's like the same universal runner they just throw in with all of them with the hands, and then this action base adapter, which you can put in his crotch, and you can keep it there. Honestly, I don't know why. I just don't keep it there because it doesn't really get in the way. You don't really notice it. Doesn't get in the, yeah, I'll just keep it there. Why not? I do with a couple other Gundam Universe figures. Like, I don't with the Gundam because it'd be way too obvious. But yeah, I mean, not a bad figure. It does have one issue, though, that I really have an issue with. It just does not stay on. It just doesn't. I mean, you could probably flip this guy upside down and tap on him, and it'll come out. Yep. I mean, it's just... Oh, man, that's bad. I'm thinking I might just glue that in. But it's like you can also tab it on the side. That looks cool, but also why would you have the gun without any ammo? It's so funny, though. It stays nice and secure in the side, but not in the actual gun. Aw, man. What were you thinking, Bandai? Aw, man. That's a shame. That's a real shame. The gun's not bad. You can move the handle there, but you cannot move the scope. It is slightly redesigned, though. It is definitely a redesigned gun. You can see the scope is dead center instead of off to the side. Has like that extra little like sight right there, like the iron sight. It's really, it's interesting. It doesn't have like the angle to the stock. It's just a straight stock. It's interesting how they redesign things for Gundam Universe. It really is. And you can see like the chest too has like, you know, it's normally almost like a T for the chest. You can see this has like a bulk that like sticks out right there. So that's interesting. Another interesting redesign. But yeah, the gun, I mean, he can hold it well. He can, you know, I think he can two-hand it decently. I mean, his articulation's not the best because he is so bulky. But yeah, you can get him with two hands. There you go. You can just see how bulky he is. It looks like he has big puffy arms. Yeah, he can get that going. A shame you can't turn that, though, but it's all good. So yeah, I mean, he also comes with his Heat Hawk, which is nicely painted for once. And it's got the heat there. It's kind of small, though. I feel like it's kind of small. Might actually fit better with 1144 stuff if you want, like, a bigger Hawk. But yeah, they can also tab into the side. But I'll keep it in the back. And yeah, he's got the red, the brighter red there for the backpack. He's got the tubes that are really thick, but also soft. You can untab those. I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad. His articulation, though, is not the greatest. His head is on a ball joint, and then you can put his head off, and then it's got the little switch under there to turn the eye, so that's really cool. It's easy to pop his head off and on. So you can move his eye. You can remove the antenna, the command fin. You can remove that. It's very simple. I don't know if it was glued in at first, but it just came right out. It's made out of a very rigid, sharp plastic. Like, that's actually pricking me right now. So, a little disappointing there, because it might break. It might break very easily. Because, I guess, a lot of soft plastic, I'm surprised that's, like, super rigid. His shoulder pad is huge. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, his shoulders are very interesting. You can see how, like, the shoulder armor's moving. It's got, I think it's on a ball joint. Like, his shoulder's just on a ball joint. And it only moves up that far, which is not far. Move forward a bit. Bicep swivel. Elbow's not bad at all. Ball joint at the hand. Waist can move a little bit, but the tubes are definitely going to limit it. The hips. The hips, you've got the skirt armor that can move. And you can actually move the skirt armor out of the way, which is cool. So you can get the hips moving really far forward. And that just tabbed off. That's great. Because it's almost like they're attached via polycaps. See that? It's almost like a polycap in there. So that's kind of cool. So that's on like a hinge swivel. And this is on like a hinge swivel too, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's a ball joint as well also. Yeah, I think it's a hinge swivel. I think that's how that works. And then you have a thigh swivel. Or is it just like the ball joint? I think it's just the ball joint. Then you have double jointed knees, which go about that far. You can see the pin in there. You can see how they're kind of made. And then his feet are on ball joints and hinges, so you can get a decent tilt out of that and everything. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Not great, far from great. But, I mean, come on, man. It's like a $20, $25 mainline Gundam action figure you can find in stores. I mean, can't really complain, dude. It's cool that these are out there. I mean, it's cool that this is a thing in the market now. I think it's really sweet. But honestly, if you had to pick, I would say this is my favorite Char Zaku figure. I really love this one. The master grade's really nice, but he just cannot hold his weapons. Like you can see, the gun's just basically floating in his hands. Real shame about that. I would say the best Char Zaku on the market right now for like classic, not origin, is the new model kit, which you can walk into Target and find this right now. So it's kind of, you know, I mean, this guy's like $10 less, I think. I mean, I would get this probably, because this is a really nice sturdy kit, super posable. Like the articulation is insane. You just have to know how to build a model. And if you don't really know how to do that, and if you don't feel comfortable with building a model kit, but you really want a Char Zaku, Gundam Universe has you covered. And for only 25 bucks. Can't really complain. So yeah, there we go. I wanted to review Gundam Universe Char Zaku 2 because I like... Every time I film a batch of videos, I want one of them to be Gundam, because I want Gundam to be a little more prominent on the channel. So I decided, hey, I just got Gundam Universe Char, I'll review him, because I don't really review model kits, because that kind of intimidates me, because there's too much going on with a model kit. So yeah, there we go. Really awesome figure, man. I think Gundam Universe is a cool line so far. Not the greatest, not the most perfect. I'm very selective with what I get, but hey, these two are cool. I say I'm selective, but it's like I have Wing Zero, I have Burning, I have Strike Rogue, I have Unicorn, and I have EZ8. And I have these. Oh my goodness. I'm selective. Well, I mean, I got sent Unicorn. Bobby gave me Unicorn. So I can't really... but still. They're hard to resist, man. They're cool figures. Alrighty. Oh, one more comparison. I almost forgot. Had him on the other side of the desk, and I totally forgot. Here it is with the Granddaddy Gundam action figure, MSI Zaku. I almost forgot. I wanted to show that, and I almost forgot. There we go. There we go. Final comparison. He's so small. He's so small and cute. Really nice little figure, though. The MSIA line, Mobile Suit in Action. Really cool stuff. Whoop! Alrighty, guys. Hi, big convoy. My desk is a mess right now. I'm so sorry. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.